Hi campers. Remember the golden days of British summer holidays, Noblinese contests, and the yellow coats? If you grew up with Hi, get ready for a trip down memory lane. In this video, we'll see what the beloved cast of Maplins looked like back then, and where they are now in 2025. Let the nostalgia begin. Paul Shane played the lovable but cheeky camp host Ted Bovis, always cooking up a money-making scheme at Maplins. Born in 1940, Paul was 40 years old when Hi began in 1980. His performance made him a comedy favorite across the UK. After the show, he went on to star in other hit series like You Rang, Lord, and Oh Dr. Beeching. Before acting, he worked as a miner and later became a club singer. Sadly, Paul passed away in 2013 at the age of 72 after a short illness, but his legacy in British comedy lives on. Ruth Madoc brought charm and sharp wit to the role of Gladys Pugh, the flirtatious Chief Yellowcoat with her unforgettable Welsh voice and crush on the boss. Born in 1943, Ruth was 37 years old when Hi started in 1980. Her performance earned her national fame, and she later appeared in shows like Little Britain, Benidorm, and on stage in Annie and Calendar Girls. Sadly, Ruth Madoc passed away in 2022 at the age of 79 after a fall. She remains a beloved figure in British television history, fondly remembered for her iconic Maplins announcements. Jeffrey Holland played the enthusiastic and often unlucky Spike Dixon, the comic sidekick in Hi, known for his silly costumes and endless energy. Born in 1946, Jeffrey was 34 years old when the series began in 1980. After Hi, he continued working with writers Perry and Croft in You Rang, Lord, and Oh Dr. Beeching. A talented stage actor as well, he's performed in various theater productions across the UK. Now in 2025, at 79 years old, Jeffrey is still active in theater and often appears at fan events, keeping the spirit of Maplins alive. Felix Bowness played Fred Quilly, the disgraced former jockey turned riding instructor at Maplins. His dry humor and horsey tales were a fan favorite. Born in 1922, Felix was 58 years old when Hi started in 1980. Before acting, he was a real-life jockey and later served in World War II, surviving a torpedo attack. After Hi, he continued acting in shows like You Rang, Lord, and made guest appearances in various British comedies. Felix Bowness passed away in 2009 at the age of 87 after a battle with cancer. He's fondly remembered for his unique voice and lovable presence. Sue Pollard lit up the screen as Peggy Ollerenshaw, the eager chalet maid with big dreams of becoming a yellowcoat. Her catchphrase, "I want to be a yellowcoat," became iconic. Born in 1949, Sue was 31 years old when Hi began in 1980. Her quirky charm made her a standout, and she went on to star in You Rang, Lord, and Oh Dr. Beeching. Beyond TV, Sue has had a successful career in musical theater and voice acting. Now in 2025, at 76 years old, she's still performing, appearing on stage and at nostalgic TV events across the UK. Diane Holland brought elegance and sharp wit to the role of Yvonne Stewart Hargreaves, the refined ballroom dancing instructor with a superior air and perfect posture. Born in 1930, Diane was 50 years old when Hi began in 1980. With her background in dance and stage performance, she gave Yvonne a perfectly poised presence. After the show, she continued acting in British television and theater. Sadly, Diane Holland passed away in 2009 at the age of 78. She remains fondly remembered for her brilliant portrayal of one of Maplin's most unforgettable characters. Nikki Kelly played Sylvia Garnsey, the glamorous and confident yellowcoat who always turned heads at Maplins. Born in 1951, Nikki was just 29 years old when Hi hit TV screens in 1980. Her stylish presence and quick wit made Sylvia a standout character. After the show, Nikki appeared in various TV dramas and comedies, and also found success on stage in both serious and comedic roles. Now in 2025, she is 74 years old and enjoying a quieter life, largely retired from acting but still fondly remembered by fans of classic British sitcoms. David Webb portrayed Stanley Matthews, the kind-hearted and slightly clueless Maplin's handyman who added a gentle, comedic touch to the show. Born in 1931, David was 49 years old when Hide High began in 1980. Although not a household name, he was a reliable character actor with roles in several British TV dramas and comedies throughout the 70s and 80s. After Hide High, he kept a lower profile, occasionally appearing in supporting roles. David Webb passed away in 2012 at the age of 81. His warm presence as Stanley remains a treasured part of the series' legacy. Barry Howard played the refined and flamboyant Barry Stewart Hargreaves, the dancing instructor and husband of Yvonne, always insisting on standards at Maplin's. Born in 1937, Barry was 43 years old when Hide High began in 1980. His chemistry with Diane Holland was a highlight of the show. After Hide High, Barry appeared in Terry and June Dad and even had a brief stint on EastEnders. He was also active in theater and pantomime. Barry Howard passed away in 2016 at the age of 78 after battling cancer. He remains fondly remembered for his elegance, wit, and comedic timing. Leslie Dwyer played the perpetually miserable Mr. Partridge, the children's entertainer who famously hated children, a brilliantly grumpy contrast to the holiday camp's cheerful vibe. Born in 1906, Leslie was 74 years old when Hide High started in 1980. A veteran of stage and screen, he had a long career in British film and television, including appearances in Doctor Who and classic war films like The Way Ahead. Sadly, Leslie Dwyer passed away in 1986 at the age of 80. His role as Mr. Partridge remains one of the show's most iconic and darkly funny characters. Simon Cadell played the upper-class and well-meaning Geoffrey Fairbrother, the reluctant entertainment's manager at Maplin's who left his academic life for the chaos of holiday camp life. Born in 1950, Simon was 30 years old when Hide High began in 1980. His charming, understated performance won over fans and helped anchor the show's early seasons. After Hide High, he starred in Life Without George and worked extensively in theater and voice work. Sadly, Simon Cadell passed away in 1996 at just 45 years old due to lymphoma and complications from cancer. He's remembered for his wit, warmth, and gentle presence on screen. Rikki Howard played Betty Whistler, one of the friendly and upbeat yellowcoats at Maplin's, always ready with a smile and part of the camp's vibrant spirit. Born in 1953, Rikki was 27 years old when Hide High began in 1980. Though her role was smaller, she brought warmth and energy to the show's ensemble. After the series ended, Rikki mostly stepped away from television, with only a few minor appearances. As of 2025, she is 72 years old and enjoying a quiet, private life away from the spotlight. Her contribution to Hide High is still fondly remembered by longtime fans. Linda Regan portrayed April, one of the glamorous and confident yellowcoats at Maplin's, known for her charm and bold personality. Born in 1949, Linda was 31 years old when Hide High began in 1980. Her role added sparkle and sass to the show's mix of quirky characters. After Hide High, Linda continued acting in British TV dramas and comedies, including The Bill, Birds of a Feather, and various stage roles. She also became a successful crime novelist. As of 2025, Linda is 76 years old and still active in the literary world, writing novels and occasionally appearing at public events. Susan Beagley joined Hide High in its later seasons as Tracy Bentwood, a lively and stylish yellowcoat who added a fresh spark to the Maplin's team. Born in 1962, Susan was 22 years old when she began appearing on the show in 1984. While her role was smaller, she made a memorable impression with her confident and cheerful presence. After Hide High, Susan stepped away from acting with very few public appearances or credits. As of 2025, she is 63 years old and leads a quiet, private life away from the public eye, remembered fondly by fans of the series. Ben Aris played Julian Dalrymple Sykes, the flamboyant and eccentric ballroom dance partner of Yvonne Stewart Hargreaves. His exaggerated elegance and snobbish attitude brought plenty of laughs to the show. Born in 1937, Ben was 46 years old when he began appearing on Hide High. In 1983, he had a strong career in British television and theater, with roles in To the Manor Born, The Singing Detective, and Pollard. Sadly, Ben Aris passed away in 2003 at the age of 66 due to cancer. His memorable performances and unique flair continue to be cherished by fans of classic British comedy. Kenneth Connor played Sammy, the seasoned, always hustling camp comic with a suitcase full of tricks and a heart full of showbiz dreams. Born in 1918, Kenneth was 64 years old when he joined Hi-to Hi. In 1982, already a comedy legend by then, he was best known for his roles in the Carry On films, where his impeccable timing and expressive face made him a fan favorite. After Hi-to Hi, Kenneth continued acting in British television until the late 90s. He passed away in 1993 at the age of 75 following a battle with cancer. His legacy in British comedy remains timeless. Ewan Hooper portrayed Alec Foster, the stern and no-nonsense head office man at Maplin's, sent to keep things in order at the camp. Born in 1935, Ewan was 45 years old when he appeared in Hi-to Hi. During its earlier seasons in the early 1980s, a talented stage and screen actor, Ewan had a long career in British theatre, including work with the Royal Shakespeare Company, and appeared in shows like EastEnders and Doctor Who. He passed away on April 6, 2023, at the age of 87. Billy Burden brought rustic charm to Hi-to Hi, as Mr. Turner, the affable farmer and assistant to Julian Dalrymple Sykes. Born on June 15, 1914, Billy was 72 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1986. With a career rooted in portraying country bumpkin characters, he was a familiar face in British comedy, notably starring in Oh Happy Band, and later as Maurice Moultard in Grace and Favor, also known as Are You Being Served? Again. Billy Burden passed away on June 3, 1994 at the age of 79 due to a heart attack. His portrayal of Mr. Turner remains a delightful part of the show's legacy. Gavin Richards brought a commanding presence to Hi-to Hi, as Harold Fox, the feared general manager of Maplin's holiday camps. Known among staff as the Smiling Viper and Joe Maplin's Hatchet Man, Fox was a character who exuded authority and was often met with trepidation by the camp's employees. Born on July 3, 1946, Gavin was 38 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1984. Beyond Hi-to Hi, Richards is celebrated for his roles as Captain Alberto Bertorelli in Allo Allo and Terry Raymond in EastEnders. He also made significant contributions to theater, notably adapting and starring in Accidental Death of an Anarchist, earning an Olivier Award nomination. As of 2025, Gavin Richards is 78 years old, enjoying retirement after a distinguished career spanning over 4 decades. Thanks for watching. See you next time.